Jason did the accompaniment on these songs. SZD, that would be my hope and dream, that change could come within, and that the people of China could somehow peacefully bring about that change without the loss of blood. That would be the ideal situation, and that is what I hope for. How I hope a miracle would appear. And yes, at the time it does appear that it would take a miracle to rid China of the Communist Party, to rid them of the restrictions implemented by the Communist Party. I mentioned about how that it becomes necessary almost to become a member or become affiliated with the party in order to secure your livelihood, to secure your job and earn a living for your family. I would say most are members by necessity, and that is they want to protect their families and their jobs. It is kind of defeatist to say, I hope a miracle would appear. Hoping for divine intervention is not going to solve the issues at hand in China. Every molecule in the air is filled with our untold chemistry. You know, the fact that together, free, the people of Hong Kong and the people of Taiwan and the people of China could do amazing things. They could revolutionize the world. It's not enough to have, you know, a handful of countries that are free around the world. We need every country on earth to be free in order to realize the real potential of humans. Feng Meng said, China must be free from CCP criminals. History has shown that the CCP is an evil organization. So many people have died under the CCP. And I would agree with you there. Millions upon millions of people have died because of the CCP directly. Hiding in the corner, looking at you from a distance. I wish I could travel the world with you. So, in other words, he wishes that the people of China and Hong Kong had the freedom that the people in Taiwan do enjoy. SZD commented that he thinks that there's a silent majority of people in China that want to pursue freedom and are against the CCP. And I would agree, because the methods that the CCP has been using to crack down on COVID, and these are probably methods that they use to crack down on dissent also, are rather draconian. They lock people in their houses. They restrict movement of entire cities. So I would agree with you that I think there are a majority of people in China want change. They don't want the CCP as the government. They want to be successful, but they don't want the CCP as their government. It says the MV outside the wall is full of meaning in every scene. It is true only Taiwanese and mainland sober people can understand the deep meaning of the music video. Yeah, I think it's hard for people who haven't had their freedom taken away to completely understand what it's like. I've been lucky enough to live in democratic countries my entire life. I grew up in America, and I came to Taiwan, which is also was also democratic when I moved here. SED said some people have had their home and property forcefully demolished by the CCP, by the Chinese government. And yes, I've heard about that before. I'm sure there are many people in China that would like to change their government. I wish I could travel the world with you and fly freely into the skyline. Yes, people that have freedom and have democracy, they truly want other people to be able to experience that. Regime change is not easy. You know, failures have happened over and over and over again. Take, for instance, most recently, Afghanistan. And there was a democratic government in Afghanistan, but it was so riddled with dishonesty and deceit that it failed within days after the U.S. armed forces pulled out. It's very difficult to effect regime change, and I think that for long-term success, the regime change has to come from within the country. It has to come from the people themselves. An outsider can't come in and change the regime for you. It will not last. We shouldn't underestimate the will of the people, and hopefully the people one day will rise up, overthrow the Communist Party of China. That would be my hope and dream for the people of China, and also Hong Kong and Tibet and Xinjiang province, all those places that have been mercilessly restricted and abused by the Communist Party. Maybe we're separated because of fate. Well, I personally don't believe in fate. I believe you make your own fate, and you determine your own outcome. I wouldn't necessarily agree with that. I think there are always things you can do to fight back, and there are peaceful things you can do to fight back. I know in China that might get you put in prison. You know, democracy isn't free, so there's always something you can do to fight back. I'll wait for you outside the wall. I'm waiting for your reply. So again, as someone said earlier, I think they're referring to, you know, they're waiting for the reply of the Chinese people, the response to this long-term suppression by the Communist Party. I hear your breath and your heartbeat. I'll always wait for you outside the wall. So strong words expressing the hope that one day the citizens of China and Hong Kong and Tibet and these other regions will become free. Okay, so again, the song is a reminder of the sadness, I think, that people in Taiwan and people in free countries everywhere feel for the people in Hong Kong and in China and in these areas that are under the iron fist of the Communist Party. And the hope that we all have that one day every human being on earth can be free. I can only try my best to believe that we will meet once again. I think this transcends not just Chinese people reuniting under a free government, but all human beings on Earth having a free government. Tony Lai said, terminate the CCP, bring the good news to everyone. I would love to see the CCP terminated. That would be my greatest gift, my greatest present, if that could happen. You know, I'm about halfway through life. I would love to see this happen before I pass away. I would love to see at least the people of China and Hong Kong living under a free and democratic government. Tony Lai said, bullets cannot destroy an idea. The idea fights for freedom and democracy both inside and outside the wall. And I agree. Authoritarian regimes, though, will try to extinguish ideas. The Nazis burned books and art. You know, the China employs the Great Firewall to try to stop the free exchange of ideas, but ultimately they're not successful completely. Bullets cannot destroy an idea, and the idea of freedom is one that has lasted many millennia now, and it's not going anywhere. It's here to stay. And as humans become more well educated, they will understand why it is essential to the advancement of the human race for humans to be free.